Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predicta, your ultimate destination for cutting-edge football predictions, powered by advanced artificial intelligence. I'm Dr. Turing, your host, and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey where logic meets passion on the pitch. Joining me is our brilliant co-host Luca, who'll break down the stats, the form, and the firepower of every team before we dive into predictions, but the real magic. That comes from our trio of neural-powered predictors, each equipped with unique dynamic neurons and exceptional predictive intelligence model. First up, we have Alpha X, fast and strategic; next, Ridgeline, analytical and statistically grounded; and finally, Boosted Bayes, intuitive and always learning. Together, we'll analyze the data, crunch the numbers, and predict outcomes you can trust. If you're excited to see artificial intelligence take on football forecasting like never before, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay ahead of the game every single week. Welcome to the future of football prediction.
This is the Intellix AI Football Predicta show. Across the globe, fans are bracing for high-stakes showdowns. Will the Giants hold their ground? Can the underdogs rise and shock the world? Our artificial intelligences, Alpha X, Ridgeline, and Boosted Bayes, have crunched thousands of data points, from form guides to deep statistical patterns. The neural engines are firing. The predictions? Locked and loaded. Stay tuned, because today's football battles are about to be decoded. Right here on Intellix AI Football Predicta. Subscribe now, and never miss a prediction powered by pure intelligence. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predicta.
Our second clash, and the tempo won't drop. Fresh squads collide, both gunning for the top. We now head to Brazil, Estadio Jornalista Edgar Augusto Proença, where Remo face off against Cuiabá in a battle of tactical contrasts. Starting with the hosts, Remo. They currently sit fifth on the table. At home this season, they've played 7 matches, recording 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. They've scored 9 goals and conceded just 3. Their 3 most recent home performances include a 1-1 draw with Volta Redonda, entering with an RPI of 8.60, a 2-1 win over Operário, holding an RPI of 6.09, a 0-1 loss against Paysandu, starting with an RPI of 8.25. They now head into this fixture with an RPI of 7.00. Based on their home form, they're expected to control midfield flow, manage tempo smartly, and stay composed when defending a narrow lead. Now to the visitors, Cuiabá. They sit 7th in the standings. On the road, they've played 7 matches, with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 defeats. Their last 3 away results: a 0-2 win against Athletic Club, starting with an RPI of 5.78, a 3-0 loss to Novo Horizontino, with an RPI of 4.17, a 2-0 defeat against Coritiba, entering with an RPI of 6.00. Heading into this contest, they arrive with an RPI of 3.00. Based on that away form, they're expected to sit in a mid to low block, hunt for isolated counters, but their inconsistency and mental lapses remain a major concern. So, in Belem's stronghold, as the sun hits high. At Estadio Edgar Augusto, beneath the blue sky, Remo stand poised, composed in their zone, while Cuiabá seek chances when left alone. The tempo builds with daylight glare, midfield's the stage, where tactics dare. The RPI's set, the numbers proclaim, but only the AIs can decode the game. Alpha X, Ridgeline, Boosted Bayes, ignite the core. The verdict awaits, let the neural engines roar.
With Remo entering this clash with an RPI of 7.00, they look composed and confident at home, while Cuiabá bring a 3.00 to the fight, marked by a shaky and inconsistent style of play. I now turn to our artificial intelligences. Based on these metrics, what insights do you have for us?
With Remo holding a relative power index of 7.00 compared to Cuiabá's 3.00, the statistical edge clearly leans toward the hosts. But before locking in a verdict, we need to move beyond surface numbers and analyze performance context and global trends. This season, when Remo have hosted teams with a lower RPI, they've recorded 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss. That lone defeat came in their most recent home match, a 0-1 setback to Paysandu on June 21, 2025, despite holding an RPI edge of 8.25 to 1.75. Zooming out across the last 3 seasons in various leagues worldwide, we analyzed 101 fixtures where the home side had an RPI advantage similar to Remo's current edge. Out of those, 62 resulted in home wins. Looking at the last 10 fixtures in that group, 8 were home victories, while 2 went to the away team, a pattern that strongly favors the hosts. Factoring in scoring efficiency, defensive metrics, and historical trends, 4,900 predictive neurons from the Intellix AI Football Predicta neural engine converge on one outcome: Remo to win.
Grounded in balance metrics, squad contrasts, and evolving form cycles, I've approached this clash with calculated neutrality. Let's examine the numbers. Since last season, Remo have played 17 home matches across Serie B and C, drawing 3 of them. In the same period, Cuiabá have played 26 away matches across Serie A and B, registering 9 draws. Broadening the scope, across various leagues worldwide over the past 3 seasons, we analyzed 101 fixtures featuring similar RPI gaps. 19 of those matches ended in draws. However, none of the last 10 fixtures in that group produced a draw. The most recent draw in such a matchup occurred on November 10, 2024, when OFI Crete played out a 2-2 result with Athens Kalathea FC in Greece's Super League 1. Taking all of this into account, historical outcomes, scoring patterns, and defensive metrics, 2,900 of our 10,000 predictive neurons support this outcome: a draw.
Taking into account Cuiabá's performance statistics, let's break down the data. Since last season across Serie A and B, Cuiabá have secured just 5 wins in 26 away matches, a modest return, but not without precedent. And when facing home teams with a higher RPI than their own, Cuiabá recorded 2 wins, 5 draws, and 5 losses. On a global scale, across the past 3 seasons, we analyzed 101 fixtures where the away team entered with a significantly lower RPI, with a gap comparable to the one between Cuiabá and Remo. Of those, 20 resulted in away wins. Zooming in on the last 10 fixtures in that group, only 2 resulted in away victories. The 2 away wins were Zagłębie Lubin's 1-0 away win over Radomiak Radom in Poland's Ekstraklasa on April 5, 2025, Bohemians Praha's 2-1 away win against Mlada Boleslav in the Czech First League on March 15, 2025. Factoring in international trends, goal conversion rates, and defensive profiles, I've run the numbers from every angle. 2,200 out of our 10,000 predictive neurons back this outcome. Call it bold, but I'm backing a Cuiabá win.
Now that we've heard from our artificial intelligences, let's summarize their predictions. AlphaX, who specializes in home team strength, backs Remo, pointing to a clear relative power index advantage of 7.00 versus 3.00 over Cuiabá. AlphaX notes that while setbacks happen, such as Remo's recent 0-1 home loss to Paysandu despite an RPI edge of 8.25 to 1.75, they've still managed 3 wins and 1 draw in 5 home games against lower RPI opponents this season. Globally, AlphaX's model analyzed 101 fixtures with similar RPI gaps. 62 ended in home wins, and among the most recent 10, 8 produced home victories, while 2 went to the away side, a trend that reinforces Remo's edge. 4,900 predictive neurons support AlphaX's call, Remo to win. Ridgeline, our strategist who specializes in spotting equilibrium, highlights that Remo have drawn 3 of their last 17 home matches across Serie A, B and C, while Cuiabá have recorded 9 draws in 26 away outings across Serie A and B. Globally, 19 out of 101 fixtures with similar RPI gaps have also ended level. 2,900 neurons support Ridgeline's call, a draw. Boosted Bayes, our expert in spotting away upsets, sees a window for a surprise result. He points to Cuiabá's 2 wins in 12 matches against higher RPI opponents since last season and highlights global anomalies, like Zagłębie Lubin's 1-0 away win over Radomiak Radom on April 5, 2025, and Bohemians Praha's 2-1 away win over Mlada Boleslav on March 15, 2025, both in fixtures with comparable RPI gaps. 2,200 neurons back boosted Bays, a surprise win for Cuiabá. Converting into match probabilities, the neural forecast stands at Remo win, 49%, draw, 29%, Cuiabá win, 22%. Given the data and ensemble neural forecast, the strongest case lies with Remo securing the win at home. While a draw remains a realistic outcome, supported by Ridgeline's equilibrium trends and moderate draw frequency, Cuiabá's upset potential is limited, with just 22% model confidence behind a shock-away win. Backing a Remo win is the most statistically supported call, though opting for Remo win or draw offers the safest hedge against a possible stalemate. So, are you going confident with Alpha X, balanced with Ridgeline, or bold with boosted Bays? Let us know your pick in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our AI-powered match breakdowns. The next prediction is just ahead, and that wraps up our neural-powered journey through today's football insights. Our artificial intelligences have analyzed, weighed, and revealed what their neurons foresee. From the algorithmic mastery of Alpha X, the pattern recognition poise of Ridgeline, to the probabilistic foresight of boosted Bays, each offers a unique neural lens on the beautiful game. This has been Intellix AI Football Predicta, where football meets intelligence. Whether you're a stats enthusiast or just love the thrill of prediction, we're here with your next matchday edge. Be sure to subscribe to Intellix AI Football Predicta on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and tune in on your favorite podcast platform. Join us anytime, your next football prediction is just a click away. Now, before we sign off, let's hear one last word from the team.
Home turf speaks loudest. I read the fortress, not the fuss. Catch you next match day.
Where balance tips the scale, that's where I stand. Until the next kickoff, stay sharp and stay planned.
I don't follow the crowd, I chase the shockwaves others doubt. Catch you on the next twist, I'm out.
This is Luca, signing off. Stay informed, stay sharp, stay boss. Let the numbers light your way, we'll decode the game, play by play.
Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and let data guide your game. Signing off, from the AI studio, this is Dr. Turing.